Okay, we are demonstrating how to make a cereal dilution. So we are starting with a 10% solution. We're going to take that 10% solution and make a 5% solution, a 2.5 solution, and a 1.25% concentrated chemical solution. So first you need to start with your original 10% solution, which we will provide for you. It could be fertilizer, it could be a pesticide. We have about 10 different independent variables that we'll be working with in class. You'll need a large graduated cylinder, a small graduated cylinder, and a flask of water. So first what you need to do is you need to measure out 20 milliliters of your 10% solution. Okay, so I have my 20 mils of my 10% solution. At this point, I will no longer need the solution, so I can move that to the side. Now I need to measure out 10 milliliters of my 10% solution and place it in the bag. So I'm going to use my smaller graduated cylinder. Okay, there's my 10 milliliters of my 10% solution. I have my bag marked, and I'm going to place this onto the paper towel. Wet my paper towel, and then that particular bag is ready to go. I can place my radish seeds across this bag when I'm ready to do so. Now what I need to do is I need to make a 5% chemical solution. This one to the side.
Notice that there's still 10 milliliters of the 10% concentrated chemical solution left in the 100 milliliter graduated cylinder.
So what I need to do in order to make a 5% chemical solution, I need to add water to this 10% solution. So in order to cut it in half, I'm going to add 10 mils of water to this graduated cylinder. So I'm going to measure out. Actually, we need to rinse the small graduated cylinder so that we don't contaminate our solutions. So make sure you rinse that out. So I'm adding 10 mils of water to the smaller graduated cylinder. And I'm adding this to now my 10 mils. And now I have 20 mils of a 5%, I've just made a 5% concentrated chemical solution by adding 10 mils. And actually you need to add a little bit more. So if you need to add a little bit more water, you can just use your pipette to get that up to 20 mils.
And then we'll give it a little swirl to make sure it's completely mixed.
A little bit more. There we go. So swirl that around. And remember, I only need 10 mils of this. So I'm going to take this solution, my now 5% solution, measure out 10 mils of that.
If you compare the color of that one to the original, you can see it's a little bit lighter, and that's because it's diluted halfway down. It was 10% originally, and now it's 5% of the chemical.
Okay, so I get my paper towel wet, and now that bag's ready to go for my radish seeds. Okay, I now need to make a 2.5 concentrated chemical solution. So I have I'm rinsing out my small graduated cylinder. I have my 10 mils of my 5% solution. So in order to cut that in half, I need to add 10 mils of water. So I'm measuring out 10 mils of water. get that up to 10, I can use my small pipette. So I'm adding that to my big graduated cylinder. I'm swirling it around. And now I need to measure out 10 mils of my 2.5 chemical solution to add to my bag. So I'm going to use my small pipette, or my small graduated cylinder rather. I've measured out 10 mils of that.